1979. After a sudden pregnancy, Harold and Tina Clouse are married. They bring a baby girl into the world, Hollie Marie Clouse. By all accounts, they're an average young family, doing their best to take care of their little girl and build a life together. Harold was 22 and Tina was 18. They had a lot of learning and growing up to look forward to. In 1981, after 2 months of no communication, the couple, along with their child, are reported missing. It would be another 40 years until Harold and Tina were found. During initial investigations of the disappearance, Harold's mother, Donna Casasanta, told the police that Harold had previously been part of a cult, and the police were quick to write off his disappearance. They figured he and Tina had gathered up Hollie and left to go live off the grid with a cult. As is the case with many of these mysteries, the police, of course, dropped the ball. 1981. Harris County, Texas. A dog runs off into a nondescript patch of woods and returns carrying a human arm. The owner, alarmed, calls law enforcement immediately. Following the dog, searchers find 2 bodies dropped haphazardly off a dirt path. It's 2 teens, and through autopsy and investigation, it's surmised that they had died of violent deaths. The woman had been strangled, and the man appeared to have been bound, gagged, and then beaten to death. Searches of the area produce a pair of gym shorts and a bloody towel. Investigators are stumped. There is no identification on the bodies, and no identification was able to be made by detectives. Unfortunately, with the case going cold, the bodies are buried in a Harris County pauper's field, a graveyard for the unidentified and unattached. 2011. Enter Dr. Jennifer Love. Known as the Bone Detective, she is an accomplished forensic anthropologist, and through a grant from the National Institute of Justice, she was exhuming 25 of 400 different John and Jane Does from the Harris County pauper's field dating back to 1950. She wanted to see if new advances in forensic technology could help identify some of those lost souls. 2021. Indianapolis-based company AudioChuck, who produces true crime podcasts, provides the funds to hire Identifinders, a direct-to-consumer DNA test service to generate investigative leads for cold cases. Through genealogy tests and interviews with the family, the male doe is identified via a match with a cousin in Kentucky. The male doe is Harold Clouse. After speaking with other family members, including Harold's still-living mother, Donna Casasanta, the female doe is tested and identified as Tina Clouse. 2022. Although one part of this case is over, and Harold and Tina can be properly laid to rest, one mystery still remains. Where is Hollie Marie Clouse? Just 1 year old at the time of the disappearance and eventual murder, her body was not found at the site where her parents were. A comprehensive search of baby does in Harris County and the surrounding areas failed to turn up any matching her description. She would be 41 today. Work has begun to generate an age progression photo of Hollie, and steps are being taken to have her registered to the list of missing and exploited children. This case is now seeing more exposure than it ever has, and somewhere there's possibly a woman who is at the center of all of this and doesn't even know it. But what do you think? Where is Hollie Marie Clouse? You can direct your tips to the Louisville Sheriff's Department in Louisville, Texas. You can find me on Twitter at Unsolved or on Facebook. If you like this content, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching.